How many of you are a broke college student surviving on stale beer and ramen noodles? And how many of you wish you could eat healthier? If you said yes to any of those questions, then you could benefit from meal planning. I've been there. Not only am I a full-time parent, I'm also a full-time college student. And I have to stretch every dollar to make sure we're getting the right food in our bellies as well as keeping the lights on. I am going to teach you how to eat well on only $5 a day per meal. The first thing you need is a list. Figure out what you like. Meal planning was always so intimidating to me. Like, how could I plan a week's worth of food when I like to plan my meals day by day? So I tend to meal prep a little differently. I like to write out all the fruits and vegetables that I would like to eat for the entire week, and this allows me to plan for one extra side dish for my breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then next I plan my protein. The best thing about this is that you can buy it in large quantities, so you can freeze whatever you don't use, and then you can save money the next week. Now for dairy, it's a little bit tricky because it does go bad faster than any of the other foods, so I try to make sure that I only buy what I want for the week, that rather than saving money like I do with the protein. Lastly, I plan my carbs. I tend to pick things that are in boxes or rice or potatoes because there's multiple things I can make with them and they don't go bad as easily. And rice is one that can be used for a ton of different meals, just adding different seasonings and sauces into it. When you first figure out what you want to eat, it allows for you to search out some recipes. I love using Pinterest. It's my favorite spot to go when I'm looking for a new recipe. I just can look up chicken and there's a bunch of different chicken recipes I can make. So now that I have my fruits, vegetables, proteins, dairy, grains, all of that all written out, I can plan some meals. I choose to make 4 meals a day, and the other 3 days are just leftovers. Now I usually have my spices in cans on stock as I get them as needed whenever I go to the grocery store. So when I first look at my list, I put together different meals out of what food I've already chose. So instead of the typical planning for each day, I plan 4 meals. These meals can be made any day of the week. I just have to keep in mind that whatever we don't eat will just be turned in for leftovers for the next day. So once I go to the store and get all of my groceries, I like to prep all of my food. I pre-wash and pre-cut all my fruits and vegetables. I separate them and portion them out for my meals. And then I clean and separate my protein. I put all the protein that I will need for the week in Ziploc bags. And anything I don't use or I'm not going to need for the week, I'll throw it in my freezer. Prepping the food makes cooking a lot easier and a lot less stressful. You don't come home from work and dreading the fact that you have to cook because it's all portioned out, cut up, ready for you to go. So I'm going to give you an example with prices just to show you how simple it can be. I found all of these prices on Walmart online because everybody has a Walmart near them. So one easy food prepping meal that everybody has heard of, and it's so easy to make: chicken, rice, and broccoli. So while I'm at the store, I'll buy an 8-pack piece of chicken breast, and then a large bag of the mini broccolis. They're the large bags in the produce section, they're not frozen ones, and a large box of brown rice. The chicken is $11.14, broccoli is $2.58, and the rice is $1.56. The total for this meal is $15.28. Yes, this seems like a lot for one meal, but if I'm planning on making chicken for 2 days and freezing the other 4 pieces for another day, that makes a chicken roughly $1.39 per chicken. I use the half a bag of broccoli, and that will be $1.25, and the box of rice is $1.56. That leaves us with a total of $4.24 for one meal. Then I would use the leftovers to make that into a stir fry. I would use the broccoli, the chicken, and the rice, and any sauces and seasonings that I have previously bought from the grocery store. Now you may think that it is time consuming and takes a lot of planning, and it definitely does. However, you will find that when you have all of your meals prepped and planned out, you'll be less likely to want to eat out or go eat a bunch of junk food because it's all there at home ready for you. Being a broke college student isn't something that being a broke college student is something that thousands of people go through. So don't let it stop you from getting your nutrition. I'm going to attach a meal planning document from Berkeley University, and it just gives you a bunch of ideas on what kind of foods you can make on a budget and what kind of foods you can put together. And eating a nutritious meal is a key factor in studying, working, and just functioning in everyday life. I hope you at least take one part of my speech to heart, whether it was the prices or the 2 little meals that I included in it. I hope that you take one piece of nutrition from my speech today. Thank you.